Hello everyone, Red Fedora Guy here, and welcome to the third episode of Chaos on the Corner. And on this particular day, I moved sides. I went to the opposite side because in the first two episodes, it was just getting too precarious. The people turning left on that corner, coming very, very close, turning right, very, very close. So I came across the street, and this is the mayhem, same corner, except this time it's at around 5 o'clock at night instead of early in the morning. And as you can see, there still is chaotic type of traffic, and it's just so much fun just to even watch. Now, if you're, oh, here comes a BBB, Big Buster Bust. I'll call it Big Buster Bust. Can't use certain words, I guess. But yeah, you can see there are no stop signs. There really aren't any posted speed limits, and sometimes you get guys just traveling down here at 60, 70 miles an hour, and it's just absolutely crazy. Now, what you're seeing from here, they're coming from where the coconut boats are, way out in the sticks, and it's really fun to go out there, and I'm going to do a video on that too. So you can see people walking, just being cautious. Some of them, most of them, they know what they're doing. There's a whole family with a kid on the front, kid on the back. They got it pretty safe, but they go on the opposite side of the street just to get over to the right, which I always find crazy. Now, I'm doing these videos not just for me, but for you to be able to see what it's like. You know, I'm just a small YouTuber trying to make his way, and I'm trying to show you how much fun it can be in another country. Look at this guy going right around. Doesn't matter. Doesn't have a care in the world. And yeah, they're not. Uh, it might not seem like they know what they're doing, but they're not wild and crazy as you think. This has been going on since they were young. Like they learned to ride these things at like age of 8, for crying out loud, and then all the way up. So they, of course, do not want any mayhem, and neither does the other guy. Look at that guy. He's carrying a 20-foot pipe on the back of his rig there. They're just so inventive because they really don't have a heck of a lot. So you can't fault them for being inventive. And everybody here seems to want to get ahead, which is great. You know, they're very, look at this guy. He's got a whole awning on there. Another guy with pipe, right? But how else are they going to do it? They got to get to work, and they're, like I say, they're hardworking people, and they're trying to make something of themselves. So, for all you people who think that communist Vietnam is very restrictive, you're dead wrong. And there's my coffee. My beautiful coffee cost me $1.50, and it's Vietnamese coffee too, and it's very, very good. They also have an egg coffee that is out of this world. So yeah, the lady down the street has the coffee shop, and it's funny when I walk in there because I'm the only guy, and in the morning there's like 30 people sitting around, and they're all nodding at me, acknowledging me, just saying, "Hey, we know, we know you're a foreigner. You're welcome," and they are very welcoming. So yeah, and I point to the other side of the street. Now look at this guy with this like uh, um, board for a house or something he's building, and you know, the rigs are just amazing what they can put on the back of these things, and it is a lot of fun to watch. Now, in other episodes, I include the sound of the motorbikes, but in this one, quite frankly, I had to take out the sound because it was saying words that I'm not allowed to say. So I'll say a word like mayhem. That's a lot better than saying another word, and craziness, you know, things like that we can say. But there are words that YouTube doesn't allow. Now look at the size of this bus. You know, you don't want to run into him. And a lot of times there are scooters that are electric, and they're kind of a pain because the electric ones you can't hear. So you could just sit here all day. I should probably add some music to these to make it less boring. Maybe I'll do that in the future. So yeah, these episodes I'm going to keep short at around 6 minutes, and then that way you won't get too bored, but you'll still be able to see a lot. And like I say, this will continue, and every Friday morning I'll put one out, and we'll go from there. But yeah, you can see this guy with the cart going towards the city, and you know, people on motorcycles, people on pedal bikes. You find everything and anything now. If if you're looking for a place to go to have some fun, this is the place. Believe it or not, they have an old town. They have the coconut boats, which are so much fun. And they have a beach, and they have a lot of little, very good restaurants, very cheap accommodations. So if you're ever looking for a place to visit that's not too expensive, go to Hoi An. Look at Hoi An in Vietnam. And once you get to Da Nang, Da Nang has its own airport. But yeah, you're out in the sticks a little bit, but there is still so much to do. And especially if you can rent a motorbike taxi, they'll take you anywhere for a couple of bucks, really. You can go right into the city, which is over half an hour away for like $5. So that about wraps it up for this episode, number 3. Please check back on Monday as we have the Chaos series where I film the rides, and then we'll continue on Friday with more Chaos on the Corner. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys. Remember, subscribe and ring the bell. I really do appreciate it. And check out www.rfroulette.com for our website. Thank you.